You didn't take the cats out. Can you take the cats out?
I'm not doing it.
So I'm sitting on the other side today, so you guys can't see my spot that I got. The one that we did last was more of a come with us on our day out sit show, a little bit different to what we usually do. So basically, we're gonna do a Q&A, and we've got like a whole list. Guys, look at my phone. Look at this. Do you feel sorry for me? I feel sorry for me. You know, okay, I am really clumsy, but this time, it wasn't my fault, I swear. Some rude man barged into me on Broad Street and then just walked off. By the way, guys, if you have an iPhone, did you know that you can add the Islamic date? Add the Islamic date to your calendar. How brilliant. This is Keith in Iran. Oh, my favorite picture. So we've got a few questions that we want to answer. We're not going to answer all of them, but we're going to answer.
I just have one of those Haribo. I just have one of those.
You did not brush your teeth.
I just have one of the Haribos.
It smells like morning breath.
Oh yeah, no morning.
Show me your teeth. Let's get straight to the questions. Question number 1, which is the most asked question, what ethnicity we are, and Keith is...
I thought you was gonna answer you first. Go ahead, do your thing. What Keith is, don't bring me in this. Go ahead, answer what you gotta say.
Jumper. I am arranged. No, I'm not really. I'm Asian. I'm Asian. Basically, I was born in Britain, and my mum, also British, but her family are from Pakistan, whatever, however you want to say it. I read someone spelled Pakistan yesterday with an R in it, so like Pakistan. I don't know why I found that funny. But yeah, my mum's family is from Pakistan, so I'm half Pakistani. And my other half might sound complicated, but this is very normal. It's Gujarati, but they are, did I say that weird? But they're from East Africa. So you find that in East Africa, there are a lot of Indian people. Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, from Kenya. So like, you'll find that our language has a lot of words in it from Swahili. Our cooking is very East African influenced, etc, etc. So basically, half Gujarati, half Pakistani. I've never been to India. I feel like if I went back to Kenya, that would feel more like back home for me. So it's all a bit mixed up, really. Keith. Everyone thinks, no, I can't say that. Anyway.
Brooklyn, New York, raised, Barbados born. I came to New York at the age of 1. This isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work. That's so not us. That, whatever that was.
My hands are
This is no. You're trying to show off. No, don't do that. That's not natural. That's not natural. That's not natural.
To be honest, this whole positioning feels unnatural because I'm usually on that side, and I was having a bad left eyebrow and left cheek day, so I switched it up and it just feels a bit all disorientated.
See, you're doing it again.
What?
You're doing it again.
That's how I talk. I gesticulate. Why you look like a bird?
Mom's from Barbados, dad's from St. Vincent.
I used to think that was the same place.
So, just Caribbean all over. But I rep New York till I die because that's who made me, so.
Even.
I know it sounds like a rap song, but it's real. At 1, like, got on a plane. It was in New York.
Yeah, you got on the plane by yourself.
Been raised there all my life, and then we came here.
And that ties into another question. Someone asked us, do you live in the UK or the US? We live in the UK. We met in the UK. We live in Birmingham. Keith did try to move to London for less than a year. Hated it.
It was a full year.
It was 9.5 months. But that confuses a lot of people because they're like, oh, but how can he not like London? He's from such a big city, New York.
I'm from Brooklyn, and in Brooklyn, it's still a community, and we care for our fellow man.
Yeah, people from London don't care.
To tell you the truth, it's just what it is. Like I just like the feel of Birmingham.
Very laid back type of energy and more natural. Not as natural as other countries, but I think in the UK, like, you don't get a lot of trees and grass in London. So even though we don't live in a very grassy area, there's still more nature here, and people are friendlier. And you know, they say, I know it's cheesy, but when they say, oh, the more up north you go in the UK, it gets friendlier. So true. Yeah, I always use this example, like, you could go to a bus stop and you could just ask someone how the weather is and, you know, how their day's been, and it's normal. But if you do that in London, or if you're walking down the road in London, like, with a smile on your face, people are like, why are you so happy? Why are you talking to me? Why are you in my business? Even though I'm from London, I've been back to visit my family and stuff, and I don't know how they do it. These guys spend the whole day in the car on public transport. It's non-stop, man. You do not get to relax. So basically, I could never move back to London, no way. I feel stressed when I just go for 2 days. One of the questions that Keith got asked was, does Keith enjoy living in the UK?
And I do. I love it. I wouldn't still be here. In fact, more specifically, I really do love Birmingham. It really has treated me well ever since I got here. And
do you class yourself as British?
I do. But more so a man of the world, because I try to sit back and understand different cultures, so on and so forth.
Not good to confine yourself to like one.
Of course not. The great powers that be made this earth for everyone to travel and understand different cultures, so on and so forth. So you should get up and do that.
Where would you want to live other than where you're living right now? These are loads of geographical questions. I was not good at geography. Well, we've always said Canada. Oh, Canada. Anyway, so basically, I am not built to live in the cold.
Oh, yeah.
So I am terrified. Yeah, Keith can do that. I am terrified. I would hibernate. I would never leave the house. But
she would love it.
You know, in Britain, we get like a centimetre of snow and everyone goes crazy. Oh, they shut down schools, they shut this down, there's salt all over. It's crazy. But in Canada, when they get snow, they go to work on the same day. Like, they're prepped. Like, they know how to handle their situation.
Snow tired.
Well, that's kind of crap, because it's fun when school closes and you get to stay.
No, there are some instances within Toronto and in New York in which the snow is just way too much.
You can't leave the house and stuff.
It's just shut down, but we're probably talking about...
After this whole Brexit situation, which we talk about this a lot, and I just feel like, you know, it might be that every generation probably says this, but I really feel like our generation was like the last best generation.
Everybody believes that their generation
is the best, yeah. I just feel like my British upbringing, the way it was here, it's not going to be the same in the future, inshallah, when we have children. And I'm just not really loving where Britain is going, you know, with America and their whole situation. I'm not loving it, and I really feel extremely hesitant, and Keith shares this view with me, to really raise children here. I love where I live, I love the UK, but in terms of the future, I really don't see myself here. Well, recently we've been, it's not that we're looking into it, but I've heard a lot of good things about Sweden. Know a few people who live out there too, and in terms of like education, big factor. Nature, I do love nature. I do love things that are organic. I do love, I think this is something that me and Keith have discussed, being able to grow your own food. That is a skill to have in life. I think that this generation, basically, you pay for convenience, like microwave meals, for example. Just the way technology is set up, everything is for your convenience. So people are slowly forgetting to do things with their own hands. Like, I'm not saying people don't cook, but there's always an answer for everything. Like, there's always a fast track way out, because people are too impatient. But you have to be patient. You have to watch plants grow. You have to cook your own food. Like, people are losing those skills. I can say that I could potentially be losing them, and I want to hold on to them. And if this generation is moving this quick, the generation our children are going to be in, they might lose their skills altogether, and I'm not trying to have that happen. So I've always said that I would want to live in a little shack in the forest or beach with my children and just homeschool them, but that would be crazy.
What was the question again? Exactly. What was the question again?
I'm gonna let Keith answer this one first. When will you have children?
Now, guys, having children
It's like having cats.
is nothing like having cats, but having children is a very big responsibility in which I believe both sides have to. A lot of people, like I speak to a lot of my old heads, and they tell me that, oh, children mature you, so on and so forth. But I do believe that there is a certain level of maturity that you have to have before having kids. And quite frankly, I can speak for myself.
We're immature.
We are still quite into ourselves, which isn't a mature characteristic.
Not into ourselves like an ego thing, but into yourselves could also mean like you want to grow in certain areas. It's a positive thing, growth. Not saying like, you know what I mean.
As I was just about to say, being into yourselves, we're still quite selfish within certain characteristics within ourselves. Like
I wouldn't share my cake with the kids.
Yeah, we just went to the Kenzo thing
and they didn't have a kids range, so
once we could give those things up, and like we both come to that, it's like atoms smashing. Like I believe, and then atoms smashing. Like when that happens, it makes an explosion.
Like a epiphany.
No, it's like, okay. You
like
guys
a realization.
Not so much so, but when these two things collide, it will make a baby. Like that's what will be made, a baby.
Basically, if we have kids,
when we have kids,
inshallah, when we have children, you automatically have that parental instinct, and you don't think about yourself. Like automatically, child comes first. You are secondary. You are completely secondary, and that's not something you have to do. You do have to do that, but that comes naturally. You're not even thinking about yourself. As long as the kids have eaten, you'll have the leftovers, and you're fine with that. And me and Keith and I already know that because we've grown up with a lot of young children, ranging from babies to toddlers to teenagers.
We're both first kids.
Weirdos, basically. We are quite experienced in we're not saying we're parents, but we are very, very experienced in looking after age range of children, and
different characteristics.
Yeah, we know what it takes. We know some of what it takes to be a parent, and because we're aware of that, we know what we would potentially have to give up. So
we're not ready to give that up.
Yeah, and that's the truth. There's no like beating around the bush about it. You know, when we're ready, we're ready, and if Allah blesses us with a child, we'll be ready either way. But while it can be planned,
why not?
Rein it in, right? I've already thought of my children's names, by the way. I know that's a bit psycho, not sharing them also. Okay.
Don't ask any questions
about that, because they're golden. They're golden.
They can put nuzzle on that by itself.
Yes, we're big believers in the evil eye. No, I'm joking. Anyway, so.
No, that's real. We do believe in the evil eye. Don't do that.
I believe Nazar is, and that runs through a lot of religions and cultures, that people will have jealousy and evil traits and can put Nazar on you. But I also believe, on the other hand, that you should have strong faith in your creator. Well, this is a good question.
You're deleting stuff.
No, I've written stuff by mistake. I've written stuff by mistake, like with my fingers. Favorite place we've traveled to?
That's not too many places. That's not too many places.
Liverpool? No, I'm joking. We have plans to travel, inshallah, and that comes from, you know, not having children yet. So.
And being selfish.
it's not selfish, it's growth. We want to grow into the right people.
We're being selfish for right now, bro. Keeping it true. But nevertheless, I can speak for myself, and I could probably speak for her too. We went to Iran earlier this year, and it was amazing. Despite my fears and my ignorance, yeah, I had fears. Like, I'm very sorry, but I can't say I'm sorry now because now I'm confessing my love for the place. But nevertheless, in fact, I'm gonna say Iran and Qatar. Qatar was amazing.
You didn't even travel
It
in
was
Qatar.
hot, bro. Jesus.
Yeah.
Lord
He's
have
never
mercy.
felt the heat of like the UAE. Well, Qatar's not part of the UAE, but that realm of countries.
I felt the
and
Caribbean. I felt the city of New York, which gets very hot. People don't know that. I felt Turkey, but God damn, what the hell was we thinking?
Okay, basically, Keith was wearing a jumper, which explains a lot. He wasn't prepped, but we.
I thought it was gonna be a little chilly.
We lost our suitcases.
You
We
know
didn't
what I
have a lot
mean?
to work with.
Yeah.
Actually, after being in Qatar, we did Doha to be specific. We did start looking up moving there because not permanently, temporarily. That goes back to where would you want to live?
To make that money. She doesn't want to say, but I said make that money.
What money are we making?
Obviously,
Or
I
even Abu Dhabi.
was gonna go there and do certain things in which not drug related, not drug
Please
related,
don't even say that.
not drug
I'm not
related,
putting that in there.
not drug related. But we sat down with.
I didn't even get to talk about Iran. Oh, you know what? Actually, it's probably a good idea. I could make a whole video on how much I love Iran.
I think we got some videos that we might even want to
Yeah, we
share
might do a
too.
little slideshowy, video-y thing of Iran.
Possibly.
It was amazing.
But yeah. Going back to my ignorance.
I love Iran.
Iran was amazing. My ignorance had me type of scared due to the fact you have media, you have this, you have that. The news had you terrified. I'm from New York City, in which ignorance runs rapid. And then when I got there, I was greeted with nothing but love and intrigue.
And wanting to take 10 pictures of Keith
Intrigue.
a day.
This is why I use
just
the word
pushed
intrigue.
Pushed me to the side. They just wanted pictures of Keith all day.
They were very intrigued to see the black man in Iran. It was
I
amazing.
don't know why, because we saw other black brothers there.
We had other black people traveling with us. They didn't give a goddamn. I was sexy, so they're like,
They took pictures of you in Iran because you know. Anyway, next question.
wives was leaving their husbands.
No,
let me
it
go get a
wasn't.
picture with him. I was like, here it comes.
He was like, love, don't leave me.
Come
Stand
over
right here.
Come over here. We went into a restaurant and the whole staff,
Oh, yeah. Guys, we're going to put these pictures up because it is just
the whole
so funny.
staff of the restaurant said, screw everybody, let's take a
They
picture
took
with
him into this private section.
with a nice background and everything.
And it was like, the chef came
chef
out.
came out, like, it was nice. It was,
Yeah, it was different.
It was crazy.
I'm not used to being ignored. Someone asked us funniest memory. You know who you are, okay? There's too many.
Yeah, that's quite lengthy. We can make a video of that.
It's not even that. It's not a deep question. It's just that
I said
there's.
lengthy, I didn't say deep. It was lengthy though, because we got tons.
Yeah, there's loads. Usually of
Shit
me
happens every
breaking
day.
stuff,
Yeah, shit
dropping
happens
stuff,
every day.
just being all round clumsy. But it's funnier
Scared.
when
Most of the time too.
yeah, I get scared a lot.
We can't watch scary movies anymore.
I was just doing my makeup and Keith was what? Keith, oh my god, you and your stupid videos. Basically, he was watching top 10 scariest games.
Upcoming for 2017.
So
Big
he
game.
can play them and scare me.
Put your PSNs down there if there's any guys. Get that ass book. That's okay.
He means on NBA 2K.
Anything.
Not any
no,
other way.
anything. They can get their ass washed. Either way, I don't mind.
Babe, I don't think, these sayings, they might come across a little bit weird.
Hey, get that ass washed. Go ahead.
We got one more question.
That's it. Yeah, I'm saying that's it.
I said one more.
Yeah.
My eyebrows. Oh, dear. Oh no, we got 2 more questions.
No, we have one more question.
How did your families feel about you both? Go.
Obviously there were the fears, again, ignorance. I had tons
What
of
fears, Keith? Do tell. Share. Asian people are truly terrifying.
I had tons of homeboys over here telling me that I'll be cut up and put into chapati.
Why are you
Barrel.
being racist?
This is what they
You
told
have
me.
roti in Caribbean culture as well.
Again, let me just say that this is what I was told. Oh, they're gonna cut you up, put you in a barrel, send you off to India, you know. I was like, what? I was like, huh? On your dad's side, she has nothing but uncles.
Basically, there's one big dog on my dad's side that he had to charm.
Woof.
Nah, I'm not saying that she's a dog. I'm just saying she's the big dog.
Oh, don't.
Yeah?
Oh, no.
She's the big dog. She's the glue that holds the whole family together. If she says we're going this way, we're going this way. If we're doing this, we are doing that. And that is my daddy ma, who I love. I love her so, so much. And I think because of that, that's why it was
It was an easy transition. If you got the...
it was not an easy transition. It wasn't for me because I had to do all the persuading.
Her doggy mo was the one that I had to go ahead and charm. I did that. She realized I was a great guy, slowly but surely.
I'm the golden child of my grandmother.
I'm the ruby.
I feel like my grandmother loves me the most. She now prioritizes him. Okay, I get looked over. I'm like a sofa. in the
Hey,
background.
no, because we could go deep into that. If I am well taken care of, then she knows that her granddaughter's taken care of. That is culture.
I get told off for not feeding kids.
That is culture. But I do all the cooking, so...
Yeah, my family cannot wrap their head around that. They're just like, how can you not cook? How can you not cook for your husband? I'm like, easily. Yeah. I don't go in the kitchen. Yeah. I just wait for it to go in my mouth. Like, sometimes, rarely. But I'm not gonna force him to leave. If he wants to be in the kitchen, he can be there, not complaining.
No, I don't get in her way when she cooks, but I usually cook. But nevertheless, did that. She had a wonderful uncle that first took me in and nurtured me.
Are we gonna talk about each family member?
No, not at all, because then not all of them were very welcoming like that. But nevertheless, I keep it true with you.
I don't think I should answer this.
And that ends the video.
No. Initially, because of Keith's ignorance and fears, and maybe some ignorance from the family members.
Not my ignorance, I just didn't know.
Everyone
Believe in
thought
something else.
that Asian people are crazy, so by me coming into Keith's life, it was a threat to his life. So by knowing me, he was going to die or some way get murdered and sent back to India. So I obviously didn't have a good reputation.
Which doesn't even make sense.
Exactly.
If anything, I would have been sent to Pakistan or something like that, not India.
Or Kenya.
What the hell?
I didn't come up with that, so don't look at me. Anyway, so basically, probably didn't have a good rep because everyone thought my family were thugs for some reason. So rude. Family are the best. Anyway, but then finally when I actually met Keith's intermediate family, which is his mom and his siblings, very quiet, very quiet.
You don't let people know how.
And I'm very I'm like a firework. I'm like, hi guys! So I probably made them, oh shit. Like, you know when you go up to a scared animal and then they hide even more, but all you want to do is pet it, but they're scared of you. It was like that. But not Keith's mom. Me and Keith's mom are like exactly the same. We're loud and
once
proud.
Once you get past that one shell, then...
Yeah, but
right,
Keith's siblings, they're quiet. But I broke them through and now we all love each other. And one thing that I love is that we get to celebrate Christmas every year. Not Asian Christmas, not cook 3 halal chickens Christmas. We get to have halal turkey. I don't even like turkey, to be honest. But we get to have like a...
She's just about to sell it.
It's not about the food. It's like the whole atmosphere. It's like, I keep saying I'm going to do popcorn strings every year and I never do it. This year, Kayla, we're doing it this year.
She likes eggnog.
I do love eggnog, but now
Not
that I've
the
completely
alcoholic
stopped
one,
having
obviously.
dairy, just can't.
Yeah, we found some soy eggnog for her, so. But yeah.
I'll do a whole video on soya. It's the best.
Anywho.
So yeah, we both love our families to the point where we can embrace them as our own. There's no in-law business. It's just, we're just one big family, beautiful cultures coming together, and it's lovely. It really is. It's nice to embrace different cultures and make them your own. Yeah, so because at the end of the day, your children are going to have those cultures in them, so it's very important to be knowledgeable about them, to learn about them and become familiar with them. Anyway, that sounds like a documentary. So that was our Q&A. If you want us to do a part 2, let us know, because you know I love to talk.
Not doing part 2. If anything, she'll be doing it by her damn self.
So yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. Also, thank you for our 375 subscribers. We're very proud with our little YouTube family. We love you guys. We still love you.
I don't love anymore. You guys, let's not get it
I love
twisted.
you guys.
I see a couple of y'all starting to follow me. Look, listen, I don't need it. It's her. Like this.
His Instagram isn't even that interesting.
It really isn't. It
boring.
it has a lot of good pictures, but
it
never.
doesn't.
It really does.
Takes pictures of the floor.
I take some great pictures, but
He's like some great floors there,
but
yeah.
nevertheless, you go ahead, follow her.
If you guys enjoyed our video,
give it a thumbs down if you feel like it.
yeah,
We're all being honest here, all right? So
we like the criticism. So if you think it was boring, you can thumbs down it. But we will prefer it if you gave us a thumbs up and subscribe. Send me cake. Send me cake.
don't send us cake. We don't know what you put in it. What the hell is wrong with you? How are you just asking people to send cake?
Any opportunity for cake, I will take.
If you see us in the streets,
I'm a poet,
approach us.
Don't even know.
If you're from Birmingham and you see us in the streets, approach us as a couple. We are not scary. We are regular ass people.
Yeah, yeah. You probably saw us and didn't
We're
recognize
raps.
us because I didn't.
Regular ass people. Rap.
That's not going to become a thing.
Okay. Watch. It's going to be in the comments. Put that in the comments. Spam it in the comments. Regular ass people. Rap.
Okay, guys. And it's a wrap. See ya.